Translator Yang.
Hello, we're back for a series. And
Series na to.
yeah, we did one in your video YouTube, one in mine, and then another follow-up on my YouTube channel. And this one is...
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Birthday. It's his birthday.
Anyways, the topic is about something very important for us. Especially, we had a lot of experiences relating to this specific topic. And as mentioned, we are looking for opportunities to work here in South Korea. And we're actually having steps closer to that one. Like finding jobs, looking for opportunities. And even if she's still not yet graduating, a semester left for her, she can still work for a specific period of time because of this specific topic we're talking about now. And now we have Arvin to share about his experience for D10 processing.
Hi guys!
Wait lang.
Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. Thank you for coming back.
Probably the
This
question.
is in lieu. Teka, saglit. This is in lieu with the visa
Processing,
processing.
yeah. Because the one that I posted for the three of us in my YouTube channel. So following up on that, I'll ask Arvin about his experience for D10 processing based on his experience.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys have watched the last video that Justin posted about the visa processing and stuff like that, I told you about my path. So I mentioned about like there are two tracks that I was thinking of doing. So this time, since the time is of the essence and it's very tight, the schedule and the days are very tight for me. So I decided to apply for a D10 visa first. So the process is not, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I was able to do it, and it's surprisingly, the status change is surprisingly fast compared to what I expected. So the documents that I needed to submit are... It's online. Okay, just check it.
Everything is online.
Okay.
Well, I mean, all the information we're sharing are based on our experiences. We're not immigration officers. We're not don't have companies relating to visa processing, visa change, but based on our experience. So Arvin was able to change, and actually I did plan to change my visa today, and I went to the immigration office also this morning. However, using the same documents, I was not able to get my chance to apply for D10 yet, because apparently in South Korea, even if we have immigration laws in place for foreigners, there are differences in terms of understanding and how each immigration office would interpret the law.
Exactly.
Because even if both of us haven't graduated yet, we have expected graduation certificate.
Yeah.
So, but my immigration officer said that I cannot apply yet unless I have the diploma. So I have to return once I'm graduated and have received fully my diploma, and then process my D10. So probably that's the only difference between us.
Yeah, I think,
Siguro we have to orient them about the Seoul branches, the Seoul immigration branches. Okay.
Because just for your information, the standardized document for the degree, it's actually a degree certificate. It's like your graduation certificate. But since in my case, I have to start my internship as soon as possible, because the company requires me to start as soon as possible. So I submitted the expected graduation certificate, and I actually asked that from the immigration office, the 1345 dial line, and they actually told me that yes, it's actually possible. But yeah, that's why when I go there, apply that, maybe. Yeah.
Well, actually, Don was saying something very interesting about the distribution of like where to go depending on your location.
Depending on the location, because I think it depends on your address and the address of your university. So for me, the address of my university is in Yongsan, while Arvin is in Dongja-gu. So our immigration office is in the Seoul Immigration Office. While Justin, on the other hand,
Mine is in Dongdaemun.
Dongdaemun-gu, so
Mine is in Sejongro,
Sejongro.
which is totally different location.
Yes. And it's so weird because my what do you call it? My place is Yongsan and it's just near the Sejong.
Yet she's assigned to a
Yeah.
different location because, I mean, you can check it online. Like, check.
I will
immig-
send you the photo and then nandito na lang siya.
like,
And this will-
yeah. Also, you can check Seoul. Just type Seoul Immigration Jurisdiction
Yeah.
English. It will show there which place it is specific city or district is assigned to. That's very important because when you apply for visa, regardless of which status, you have to consider where you live or where you study.
And also when you apply online, you will choose then where you will apply that application.
So for us, Arvin and I, we applied for D10. But Don is, on the other hand, is still applied for a different permit, which is
I applied for a part-time work permit, which is outside the sojourn. Well, sojourn of my what do you call this, visa. Because right now I'm in a student visa, D2 student visa, and I'm still under the GKS. My scholarship will end this February. And I received my last allowance. And yeah.
for the permit.
For the permit, I just need I just downloaded the requirements from my school actually, and then I need that that requirement should be signed by the
University.
the university, and it's just easy actually. You just submit it there at the immigration.
What is
And
the most critical requirement?
the contract should
The contract with the company should
yes,
be
part-time contract. And then the details of the contract to the details of the application should be, the same.
It should be.
Yes.
Like, for example, the salary.
Yes, the
Those should be-
the salary, the schedule, the address, and
The pay.
the pay. Yes.
Also the business certificate of the company.
Yes,
You-
business certificate of the company.
You know how I know about that, because before because I told you about my internship, right? And I'm still a student.
considering
Yeah. So I tried to apply for make that as a part-time work for the meantime when I am in the D2 visa. So I tried that, but apparently it's not allowed by the immigration office if it's internship and then you're transitioning to D10. So they told me about
Moving to D10.
change my visa first to D10 before I can do the internship. And actually about the requirements for the D10, because I already finished that. That's the case closed. But when you were able to get the internship from a company, you have to report that to the immigration office as well. You have to inform them, submit them a declaration that you will be starting an internship. So there are some documents, the internship documents, the internship contract, the business certificate of the company, and and what's the other one? There's another one in contract, business certificate, and then the insurance list, something.
Because usually when you're intern, you're also included with the list of how the company
You will pay the insurance.
part of it.
So
So, because technically, even if you're intern, usually in South Korea's working system, you enter the company not as full time but as intern. So, for example, Arvin starting his internship soon. After 6 months of internship period, probationary period, what we call in our country, probi, in the Philippines, we are entitled, or if the company decides to put us as a full-time employee or
it depends on the 3
It depends on them.
period.
so, but for us as D10, me incoming D10 and Arvin already D10, our initial D10 visa stay is valid only for 6 months. Then we have to renew it every 6 months to acquire or change to another visa. So probably that's quite easy to understand because after D10 or your studying visa, you can go to D2, your studying visa, you can go to D10, which is a job seeking visa. And technically job seeking is not just you're looking for job. You can also do
Alba.
Alba arbeit part-time job
But still,
or
you have to inform them.
because that's actually critical because good for us because the immigration wants us to be protected in a way because all jobs should be like there are also restrictions in which job we can take, but in the end of the day they just want us to be protected, don't want us to undergo like unfair treatment
Yeah.
or unfair pay,
Discriminatory
discrimination.
pay.
So those things are for our benefit.
Follow the rules.
Yeah. Because like for Don's case, like she's still waiting for her graduation next semester. She can still do work, but it's not internship, right?
Yeah, it's not internship. It's just a part-time job. So I can just it's actually negotiable. So I told them that I can just work for 4 days, 4 days a week. And then this is actually my second time to apply for
same permit.
the same permit. And for the first time I applied online. And then the second time I applied personally at the immigration.
What's the difference?
Actually, online it only took 1 day.
Online.
Yeah, online for me that time. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it took 1 day for me online. And then for
You go there face to face.
when I went there face to face, I received it already.
Paro.
I was so surprised. Like the moment I submitted my requirements, he just checked it and then asked me something like, "Oh, are you doing your masters?" And I said yes. And then, what are you going to do in that company? I told them that, "Oh, I will be a marketing staff," something like that. And then after a few minutes, he said, "Oh, okay." And then I'm like, then I was asking a document from him, and then he asked me, "Do you need a document?" I said, "Yes, I need a document." And then he asked for my passport, and he put a sticker on my passport that I am like
Eligible to do some.
Well, I have a theory, probably because Dawn experienced doing that before. Like, in terms of like immigration's mindset, she won't do anything illegal or bad now.
Done it already.
So it's like her first try was successful. She was able to do the work, reported everything, legally worked. So now that she wants to apply again, it's just like an easy thing for her. Like, okay, she has a record. Like, historically, she's good. She'll follow. Probably there's no reason for us to doubt now. And good thing she's. When are you going to start?
I'll start next week.
Tuesday, right?
Thursday actually.
Because like this is a important day in South Korea nowadays. Solal, the Lunar New Year. So for 4 days,
I wonder why
relaxed.
they spell it Solal.
No, the romanization is Solal, but the
Sol.
spelling
Why?
is Solal.
Sol.
Because remember in grammar class, it's easier for them to do it like to read it as Solal, not Solnal.
Not Solnal.
Yeah.
The combination is quite confusing.
Yes.
But they should-
Even a mulle.
For me, they should romanize it as Solnal.
Stop.
Anyway,
Fine, I'm so sorry.
so what else?
Actually, that's the topic for now. Like, probably, if you are gonna be planning to apply for D10, even if you haven't completed degree here in South Korea, you're from your country, you wanna do some job seeking here in South Korea, you can apply for D10, but that would apply a different or more stringent
They
assessment.
might require about financial statements
Yeah.
that
Because-
because your financial ability. To
That's
stay.
waived for those who completed or will complete degree here in South Korea. But like, because I saw in the embassy of other countries that they are requiring financial statement. So that's one thing you should note. If you really want to work here in South Korea, find jobs here in South Korea, might as well do first a D10 visa and then do the job seeking visa.
Oh, in additional lang to my case, I will just work for 1 month. Because 1 month contract only, because the validity of my visa is until next month only. So that by that time that before my visa expires, I will extend, right? And then the immigration officer told me to, if I want to extend my job in that company, I still have to reapply. So that's it. And I think I will do it online na lang.
Yeah.
So it's not a hassle for
Yeah,
me.
because they give information of
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
like
yeah.
options for what you can do.
I actually asked them. If you don't ask them, they will not
True.
tell you
Well, I
anything.
mean,
Just
did you
ask
speak
them.
Korean
I
or
spoke in Korean.
in English?
I spoke in Korean. The first time, because I went there twice. First is from the bank, remember?
And then
And for the bank, she talked to me in English, so I talked to her in English. But the second time, he asked me, I asked him in Korean, so he talked to me in Korean.
Yeah, it depends on
But
how
it really
you
depends.
approach them.
But I think some of
Either
the
is
immigration,
okay.
some of them are really good in understanding English, so I think that's not a problem.
I think they know that they should speak in kind of
Yes,
like
yes,
some
yes.
sort of like another language because it's an immigration office, so they should at least, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they tried. In my experience, they were kind of careful with the use of.
And you guys don't be afraid to speak in English if necessary because I think they will understand because you guys are foreigners.
Oh, also another one. Remember, I applied for the bank, right? Because I applied for the bank first, and then I told the immigration that I will not pursue that job at the bank anymore because it's too far away from my home. And then they actually called me. I was with you guys that time, and then they called me like, "Sansang name, what happened?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to do the job anymore." And then she told me to submit the requirements to her in email. So they really want to, you know.
track.
Yeah, they track you. Maybe they thought that, oh, I'm starting already without giving them the supplementary documents or whatever. But
That makes sense.
But in fact, I don't want to do it anymore. So they sent me a form saying that I cancel my application to this bank, and then
Your process, your
Yeah, the
your work permit processing
will be
cancelled.
nulled. So that's it. I like it that they looked for me. So because I don't know, nobody told me
she
about
was not
it.
expecting any
Yeah,
call
yeah.
from them because like
Yeah,
we're just hanging out and like suddenly they called.
yeah.
So at least in the end of the day, you know that they really cared. Because probably there's a negative stigma when it comes to the word immigration.
Yeah.
And even some of our friends are actually afraid of visiting immigration office.
I don't know why.
But I mean, historically, we're really even in the Philippines, we really are afraid of the word immigration because there are a lot of people get this like
immigration in the Philippines.
I don't know idea.
I mean,
But-
I work with them with the immigration.
In the end of the day, they only mean your welfare. So if if you think that they are against you, think of it as if they're trying to care for you because if you work illegally, there's a likelihood of you getting
That's that time you have to be afraid. If
Yeah.
you
at the
don't
same
do
time.
something
At the
illegal.
same time, if you work illegally,
If you do something illegal.
at the same time, it's you're always disadvantaged.
Yeah.
For example, we're not saying that we're against those who are doing it because they have their own reasons. But like if you ask those people who work here without permit, when you ask them why they work, it's always about money.
It is.
And I mean, we're not in the position to say that no, you should not do that, blah blah blah. It's just that we're trying to explain why the immigration are quite strict when it comes to these things. Because in the end of the day, you are disadvantaged. If you get accident, if you get issues on work, you don't have anything. So at least, hopefully in the next few videos, after the D10, we're gonna be sharing about our graduation experience and even
Their
our
first week in the job.
job as interns, and then probably our F2
Yeah.
experience. So we have a lot of. This is a series. So
Live series,
yeah,
something.
yeah. And I hope to see you in our next few more videos, and we're gonna be explaining to you how we will be transitioning as a GK student
Transition. Yeah.
to a full-time salaryman. Anyways, that's the end of the video.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Wait. Can you please follow me on Instagram? This is my Instagram handle. AJ.
Either follow or report.
AJ
It's okay.
Molino, please.
Yeah. Yan lang. Ano dun?
Bye bye. Cut.